T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All three engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're listening to The Twisted 10, bringing you original and unique, host-created top 10 lists, recorded live in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida, with hosts Tach Van Sickle and Adam Poston.
All right, welcome to... my balls just kind of moved a little bit on that one.
My, you scared me. I do declare.
Oh, heavens.
Heavens to
Betsy.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Heavens to
Damn
Murgatroyd.
me. Oh, let's do that again, honey.
Welcome to The Twisted 10 with Tach and Adam. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Adam. Sitting across from me is...
That would make me Tach.
Tach, this week we have a very special guest in here with us. If you've listened to Living Podcariously in the last couple of weeks, you've heard our new cast member on that show. Her name is Andrea Joy. And she is joining us this week and bringing us her own unique, created top 10 list. How are you, Andrea?
I am doing fabulous. How are you, Adam?
Very, very well.
I'm doing
How
okay
are you
too.
doing?
Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate.
How are you, Tach?
I'm all right.
Oh, you'll be doing better later. Promise.
Tach, what we do is we put keys in a fishbowl, and then you pull the keys out of the fishbowl.
I'm
And that's,
familiar.
Wait, there's
I already did that
only
one.
3 of us.
so somebody's left holding his dick.
Let me guess who it's gonna be.
Oliver.
It's gonna be Andrea Joy.
So, Andrea, you've listened to the premise of the Twisted 10, so you know how... Have you listened to them all so far?
Yes, I have.
You have. All right, so you know how it works. The one guest that we did have in here was Jimmy. He was our only other guest so far. You actually sat in on an episode with us, so I know you heard that one.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea behind it for the listeners is the host creates their very own unique top 10 list on anything. There's no limit or restriction or a genre or topic or anything that you are limited to. You come up with whatever kind of top 10 list you want to come up with. The only caveat there's 2. The only 2 caveats are the other hosts cannot know what the list is, so it's a surprise and spontaneity ensues each week. And the other one is it can't be somebody else's top 10 list, so you can't go to BuzzFeed or like a David Letterman list or something like that. It has to be something you research. Now, with that being said, it could come from some of those other lists. That's where you can get some inspiration and use maybe some of their numbers, but you have to come up with a list on your own. So
That's right, Adam. And another thing too, it has to be content we can discuss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, there goes mine.
Whatever.
right out
You've
of the
heard
gate.
the show. You know what it's like.
You guys don't want to talk about My Little Ponies?
Is ponies a euphemism for boobs?
Are you talking about?
But they're not little. They're no, never
Are you
mind.
talking about Fluttershy? Are you talking about
Rainbow Dash?
Rainbow Dash? Talking about
What are you guys talking about?
nothing?
Okay,
Is there
how about
sex
my
positions?
top 10 twisted list here? Is the top 10 most ridiculous laws still on the books in different states?
Awesome.
You know, I actually thought of this one too, but I never.
That's just because I said
Is it all the states or just Florida or what?
I wish it was all the states, but I can only have 10.
Oh,
Well, I
no.
know.
You picked from all the states, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes, I picked all of them.
Holy
but I do
shit.
have a twist. There's one state that
Oh.
was so ridiculous that they get a few extras at the end.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. I think I know what state that is.
So it's the
got to be
top
Florida.
10 twisted laws
Ridiculous laws that are still
still
in the books.
service.
And that was the harder part, was making sure that they were still, you know,
You
an
really did
actual
your
law.
homework.
Valid.
You really did your homework for this, huh?
I did.
Because see, when I do mine, I just bring my iPad. But no, she has. If you look at this, Adam, she's got
Ruffle those papers.
ruffle.
Yeah.
She's got paperwork. She has notepads. She has shit printed off a computer. She has, like.
Is that a PowerPoint presentation?
Okay, if
Is
you
that a
could
work?
bring
Is that a Scantron? Are we taking a test?
Yes, there will be a
That
test
looks
at
like
the
a
end of this.
worksheet. There's a worksheet in there too.
There will be a test. I expect you all to do well.
Is that a word search?
Testes.
Yeah, go
Testes. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, Andrea, we're going to turn it over to you, and you run through your list. We go 10 to 6, take a break, go 5 to 1. And then after each one of them, we'll do a little bit of conversating on it. So,
All right, then.
take it away whenever you're ready.
All right, number 10 comes from Iowa.
Iowa is the Idaho state? No, the potato state?
No,
That's
Idaho's
Idaho.
the potato
So
state.
Iowa. What's Iowa famous for?
Corn
Corn? Really? Corn?
and Slipknot.
Or is it butter?
No, it's Slipknot.
Well, I'm just saying because in Iowa,
Yeah.
anyone trying to pass off margarine is real butter is guilty of a misdemeanor.
Are you serious?
What?
Yes, this is still on the books. And in prison, they cannot serve the prisoners margarine. It must be real butter.
So-
it's against the law.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not
No.
butter.
Can't believe it's not butter.
It's a misdemeanor.
Is this Missy misdemeanor? You see what I did there? The rapper? Missy Elliott, Missy misdemeanor.
Oh, right.
So you're going to
What's
get
up with
yourself...
you in rap lately?
I like all genres of music.
You
I
don't
like
all
rap.
genres.
I like every genre of music.
You say ivory genre?
Listen, I might have had a few to drink. That's not the point. I do. I like all genres.
Okay. Sorry. Anyway,
All right. Yeah, back to you.
so
So you can really get arrested for portraying margarine as butter?
Yes.
first of all, who's doing this? Like somebody on the street, like, hey, kid, come here. You want some butter?
I'm thinking like baking contests
I want
and
some
things like
butter.
that. You know, you
Can you
go to
imagine-
the in-laws to eat, and then they serve you margarine. You'd be like, "Oh my god!"
What the hell is this? This isn't butter. You fucking bitch, you're going to jail.
Nice try.
Can you imagine that 911 call? At 911, what's your emergency? Here, you play the 911 operator.
Okay. 911, what's your emergency?
Yes, my mother fucking just served me some margarine and she said it's butter. I know that's a serious crime in this state. Why am I Jewish? I don't. There's no Jews.
Baby.
There's no Jews in Iowa.
What is it, baby? Is she trying to point it off? Is it being butter? Is that what it is?
And then, could you imagine the cops busting in the door and
It gave me
Okay,
country crock.
Hey, kid, we got you surrounded out here.
bring out?
Put the margarine down.
Could you imagine though the cop saying, "Bring the butter out"? Oh, not but I didn't say butter. I meant margarine. And all the other cops turn to him like, "Really, really?"
Oh.
That's an interesting law. All right, good number 10.
Good time.
Number 9 comes from North Dakota.
North Dakota. The top of the... Never mind, go ahead.
Well, every operator of an underground coal mine must provide an adequate supply of toilet paper with each toilet. This law clearly makes sense, but the fact that it exists still raises some questions about human decency. And
Wait, can you say
okay.
that law again?
Every operator of an underground coal mine must provide adequate supply of toilet paper to each toilet.
What's adequate?
Every toilet
single
must
person.
have toilet paper.
Adequate though. What's adequate? What defines adequate? 4 sheets a person? 4 little squares?
I don't know. I got this
Square?
little picture here.
It's
So,
a
you
picture
said-
of a guy's ass. I don't.
Being nothing.
No, that's the guy that needed the toilet paper. He was the one that got in trouble. So you're saying every operator?
The operator of the coal mine.
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
foreman or whatever.
They
Every-
must provide toilet paper
every
for every
miner?
toilet. There could not be a toilet without toilet paper.
So this is kind of like back, remember sending your son off to elementary school and he had to bring
Pencils and the little.
he had to
tape
bring
and-
a box of Kleenex. So is this kind of like what that is?
yes.
He comes to work. Did you bring your 2 toilet paper rolls today? Charlie, did you bring your toilet paper
I
boss.
guess
rolls?
if that's
sorry,
the way
boss.
he adequately supplies the toilets.
That's
if
not
he
an
has his
adequate amount,
workers-
Charlie. Adequate.
It's all I could afford, boss.
Get
So
the fuck
what
outta
happens?
here.
What happens? Is it another misdemeanor? Missy misdemeanor?
The
Is it-
operator gets fined.
No shit.
Yes.
Get it? No shit.
So he already can't afford the toilet paper, and now he's getting fined?
Yes.
Jeez.
That's how the government makes money.
So
Make the poor people
don't
pay more.
be an operator of an underground coal mine if you can't afford toilet
So is
paper.
there like police like right there outside the mine?
There must be the toilet paper police.
You know what, though?
The TP police. I've
Yes.
heard of
The
this.
TP police, yes.
I've heard of this.
They're there.
Shitty job. You know, if I was the operator of a mine and I had this potential fine getting slapped on my wrist, I would provide that one-ply paper toilet paper like you get in the public bathrooms, that like Scott roll or that horrible shit. I'm gonna get you fuckers back. Here's Scott roll. That's
Dude,
all you get.
That's not adequate.
Dude, I buy the cheapest toilet paper.
That is one of the most important parts of your body, Tach.
That's
You need
what
to
I
take
like.
care of that.
I like it. I don't like that.
You
thick,
like that?
quilted-
You sick fuck.
Yeah,
Are you
if I could
serious?
use
You like the
sandpaper, I would.
Scott?
No, it's
Scott
not
tissue?
Scott. It's
That's too fancy for you?
I'm gonna
yeah.
get.
That's a brand you've heard of.
You know,
mine is literally is clear, and it's four
Clear?
rolls.
Clear.
The plastic.
What the fuck is clear? It's clear until I use it.
No, it comes in a.
It's just your
It's
hand.
4 rolls that come in a clear wrapper
Oh,
with a
Tach.
black stripe that says
Is your
toilet paper on
is your
it.
clear toilet paper imaginary?
I
Because
was
you
going
can
to say,
afford
it's the
it.
Emperor's new clothes. It's Tach's new toilet paper.
And mine costs like 68 cents for 4 rolls.
What, they make that?
Yeah, Walmart.
Yeah, it's. I also buy it in reams of paper for my printer over here. It's the same material.
No, it's not that bad.
Do you have
So-
to be like rich and famous to see this toilet paper because it doesn't exist?
Andrea,
No,
you
just the
realize
wrapper's clear.
you realize something now, don't you? Every time he comes over to visit us, there's always a toilet roll missing, toilet paper roll missing. We now know where it goes.
I'm going to give him one
No.
every time he comes over.
No.
Tack cherishes
I'm
this
a-
toilet paper at his
Just
house
so he
now.
can have unclear toilet paper.
It's got to be an adequate amount.
That's only in North Dakota.
Oh,
All right, how about number 8?
Number 8,
We're going to Idaho.
Idaho potatoes.
Potatoes.
who the hell?
Idaho.
You know, you know you
You
is.
know Idaho.
Well, I guess
know
they
you
figure
is.
they have enough potatoes because cannibalism is strictly prohibited and punishable by up to 14 years in prison.
Wait a minute. Cannibalism. You cannot eat another person.
No, you will go to jail for 14 years. But it is okay to willfully ingest the flesh or blood of a human being in a life or death situation if it's the only apparent means of survival. It also goes
Right.
to say it is the only state to declare cannibalism illegal. Idaho erected the ban in 1990 as a reaction to the spreading fear that eating humans would pop up in ritualized practices.
Holy shit. So they had such a bad situation that they actually had to make it a law.
In the
That's what that
Well,
means.
I mean, this is what happened at the round table. You know, they sat in there. They're like, cannibalism. Everybody's
Wha-
like,
you know,
no cannibalism. Absolutely,
while they
that's
were
illegal.
while they were munching on their beef jerky
14
from Mr. Henry himself, you know.
14 years, and somebody's like, wait a second. What if, I'm out camping, I get lost, and I'm with Charlie, and then they're like, okay, you can eat Charlie, but that's it.
Yes.
You know,
Is this how that-
you always eat the fattest guy first. You know that, right?
Why'd you look at
That's
my
not
gut
a
when you
law.
said that?
It's not the law to eat the fattest guy first.
No, but it's good
Aha.
practice.
Well, the fattest guy
just-
could probably
it's just
sit on the
smart
skinny
sense.
guy and eat him
No,
first.
but the fattest guy isn't going to be able to survive the hike.
Fat equals flavor. So,
Is that your pickup line, Tag?
Maybe if they just
Hey, baby. Has anybody ever told you fat
that's
equals
one of
flavor?
the funniest things you've ever said. And it's way funnier than how I acted. It really is. That was actually really funny.
Oh, you're going to use it now, though, aren't you?
Maybe. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Fat equals flavor.
Wait, shall we go
flavor
to
you can handle. Go ahead.
All right. So what?
South Carolina?
Number 7 on
7?
Andrea's top 10 twisted laws that are still on the books.
Yes.
All right, cool.
South Carolina.
South Cackalack.
A male over the age of 16 can't seduce a woman by falsely promising to marry her. If found guilty, he'll be charged with a misdemeanor, fined at the court's discretion, and or imprisoned for no longer than 1 year with a decent number of exceptions. For example, if the woman was already married or considered lewd or unchaste, the court can't convict the male of a misdemeanor. The offender will also walk if no one can...
This came to me. You can already hear it.
What?
Hear what?
Some fucking chick got screwed over. And she's sitting in this.
She's a circuit judge in South Carolina. She's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lay down the law.
No, man. You cannot say you're going to marry me. I mean, marry a woman just to get her into bed.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Not in this state. As long as I'm a circuit judge.
But a woman can do it to a man because no law exists with the gender roles reversed.
That's right. A woman can do it to a man. It's fine. Just no man can do it in this. Not in my state. Not anymore. That's
But
what she said.
he can get away with it if no one can corroborate the woman's testimony. So she can say it, but somebody
has to have witnessed it.
Yes, exactly.
Huh. So if you're going to say, all right, so this is for, what are the ages of these boys?
Over 16.
It had to be over 16.
So 17 and above. All right. So some 17-year-old pimply face high school kid is macking on his teacher. All right. His hot teacher. We all know this.
Give fat equals flavor,
hey,
you know.
Teacher, leave these kids alone. That's where we're going. But no, he could be hitting on this woman, and as long as nobody's around, hey, come here, come in the closet with me. I want to tell you a secret. I'm gonna marry you. Let's fuck.
You're gonna marry me?
Yeah.
You know, one day I'm gonna be a judge. You know that, right? Oh, and then you can be a lawyer. And oh my God, we're gonna have great
He could be in
children.
prison for a year for that.
Good Lord.
It's like, you're such an asshole. Like nobody heard me. Nobody heard me.
Here's the there's a really cool tie-in here. By the way, we have listeners in almost all 50 states. By the way, we are in 38 countries. Just so you know, we have listeners in almost all 50 states at this point. I wonder if a listener from South Carolina could email us in or go on our Facebook page or something and tell us, are women in South Carolina that gullible? Is that, Tach, you need to move to South Carolina, buddy.
Or if anyone has
so.
been arrested for doing this. I would like to hear from them, too.
Oh, I would love that interview.
And I also want somebody to actually try this in South Carolina.
See what
Try all these laws in these states.
I've got one for every state.
Road trip. I have a road trip idea.
If it was the top 50, I could have done one for everybody's states.
There's another podcast that I was listening to out of Orlando, and they did, and I won't say them just in case this is part of your list, but they had like 3 crimes that were still on the books for Florida, and they went out and did these crimes live on their podcast, not in front of anybody, and it had to do with some crazy combinations of things that were happening, and they technically broke the law, but a cop would never arrest you for doing some of these things. It's ridiculous. Right. One was fellatio for money, but no, I'm just kidding. All right. Back to Andrea.
Number 6.
Oregon.
Oregon.
Yes.
The land of the people is what it's called.
Well, this is what you cannot do. In Oregon, leaving a container of urine or fecal matter on the side of the road is a Class A misdemeanor. And you can't throw it from the vehicle either.
But a container, could you pee on the side of the road?
It's fucking bullshit. They don't do. What do they even do for fun over there?
Who's going to leave it on the side of the road in the first place?
Well,
like you never left a container of your fecal matter on the side of the road. Okay.
No, I keep it with me everywhere I go.
I still carry it everywhere I go.
That reminds me of the episode that we just watched of, what was that new show?
The Detour.
There's a new comedy called The Detour that's only had 3 episodes out at the time of this airing. It was hilarious. The lady splashes she's a trucker, and she has a container of urine, and she, as a weapon, she uses it to splash on the deck. Oh, it was funny.
Good thing they weren't in Oregon.
That
would be a Class A misdemeanor.
So, again, back to why they made these laws, that obviously was a problem at some point.
It was a big problem in Oregon.
Can you imagine driving down the road and
another fucking jar of shit? Like, that's it.
We're gonna make a law about this.
Making a law.
I understand the logic behind it, but why?
I'm marching right down there to the state or whatever it is, to the capital.
To the capital.
Straight to the capital.
What's the capital of Oregon, Tach?
I
don't know. I was just asking.
Liverpool. See what it did there? Liverpool, Oregon. Never mind.
I don't get it.
Maybe they left Iowa from eating all that margarine and they just had to leave it somewhere. It was coming out.
Well, you do know their problem. They could just go over to, what was the other state you did with the miners with the that's where they needed to go. They could have just gone shit in those toilets.
In North Dakota.
In the mines
they
in
had
North
all the
Dakota.
toilet paper.
There it is.
Yeah.
If all the states got together
Right?
We could just make this a happy place.
Oh. All right, well, we're going to take a break. Check out one of our show sponsors for the Twisted 10, and we do have sponsorship opportunities that are available out there for you. We try to keep this show content heavy and not sponsorship heavy. So if you're interested in sponsoring us, send us an email to thetwisted10@gmail.com. Yes, we know we don't have a real URL yet. We're working on that. And
don't judge.
Just let us know that you're interested in advertising. All right, we will be right back. Hey, this is Adam. This week's Twisted 10 is brought to you by just Tach and myself. We don't have a sponsor for this week's show. So Tach and I have been talking a lot about having sponsorships in our podcast, weighing the pros and the cons. You know, we're a big fan of having more content than advertising. So as opposed to listening to a radio show where 40% of your time that you're listening to the show is built around sponsorships, Tach and I think that the content delivery is far more important. While the delivery of content of a podcast is paramount to the success of the show, sometimes you got to have sponsors to help cover some of the bills. While we do have 2 sponsors currently for both of our shows, that's the Twisted 10, which is this show, and Living Podcariously, which is another show that Tach and I produce, a little bit more raw and rough. We do have some opportunities that are coming up for other sponsors. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of the Twisted 10 or Living Podcariously, shoot us an email at show@livingpodcariously.com, and we'll get back with you with the contract details.
And we are back. Is that bad to say?
No.
Okay.
What? What?
And we're back.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everyone.
So, okay, now we are back now, and we have been talking about Andrea's top 10 twisted laws that are still in effect around the United States. And so far, Andrea, could you give us just a quick overview of what we've gone over so far? Number 10.
Oh, she might not.
She's got all these notes and papers, crinkle the papers.
We had Iowa with the butter.
Iowa with the butter.
We had North Dakota with the toilet paper.
Right.
We had Idaho with the cannibalism.
Idaho?
Idaho.
You know Idaho.
We had South Carolina with the 16-year-olds who are seducing women with marriage.
Come on, baby. I'm going to marry you.
No, it's not going to happen again. Not my state.
I'm going to marry you so hard.
And in Oregon, you can't leave your pee and poo on the side of the road.
You know, for the 16 and 17-year-old seducing, it's more like, hello, I'm going to marry you if you fuck me.
I have to get the manager. All right, so number 5. Here we go.
Number 5, Michigan. A statute on the books since 1931 makes adultery a felony, punishable by a maximum of 4 years in prison and a $5,000 fine. And
Holy
in
shit.
2012, Portage Police Sergeant James Myers was fired for an on-the-job misconduct, including allegedly cheating on his wife and furthering a relationship with a local waitress using a city-issued cell phone and email account on the clock.
Busted.
Well, I mean, it's funny. I mean, actually, that's illegal in all 50 states. I mean,
Adultery is not illegal in all 50 states. Adultery is a grounds for divorce in all 50 states.
What's
is a
illegal in
felony.
the military?
Oh, felony.
It's
It's
illegal?
definitely illegal in the military.
Yeah.
Yes. You can be, court-martialed for that?
You can be. Nobody ever is, but yeah, it's just like that state too.
Every time I did it, my name's Tach. Every time I did it, it was okay.
Well, it's a felony, and you can go to prison for 4 years and a $5,000 fine.
That's got to be
So-
some really good pussy, Tach. I'm just saying.
That was 4 years in prison worth it.
Yeah, I'm just saying that has got to be the best lay you have ever had in your life if you're going to risk that in that state.
It'd
Michigan?
be cheaper to get a divorce.
No shit.
Yes. Michigan, do not commit adultery.
No.
See, number 3 is...
Whoa.
Number 4.
Number 4.
No? Oh.
5 is Michigan.
Number 4 is Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Using profanity in front of 2 or more persons in a public place might land you in the county jail
God damn it.
for up to 30 days. Or you could pay a hefty fine to the state swear jar, no more than $100. While this law appears to be a direct assault on the First Amendment, it's thought to have been conceived in order to protect the public.
If that's the case, Tach, our broadcasts have cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars already.
It's like
But you have to be in front of two or more persons. So when it's just you guys, it's fine because you're not in front of them.
So we bring in a guest and we're fuck. See, I just said fuck. I can't. Oh, I did it again. There's
In a
$200.
public place.
Oh, all right.
You got to put your money in this community square, John.
Some girls will say what's in my pants is public, if you know what I'm.
Oh. Do they
Who
now?
says that?
I don't. I'll introduce you to one of them later.
Let's do that.
I think there's going to be a whole new law broken tonight.
Giggity. Wait, what? Murder? No. I'm not. I'm just kidding.
That's a felony in this state. I'm just saying.
Put it in the swear jar.
She said, "Put it in a mouth." A motherfucking. All right, sorry. See, I'm on the rap kick.
You are.
I'm going to be driving to work tomorrow, listening to Luda.
Number 3.
Virginia. Except for married couples, sex is completely banned in Virginia. No matter your age or your partner's, breaking this law results in a Class 4 misdemeanor. If convicted, you'll pay a fine of up to $250, which is weird because paying for sex is also against the law.
Yeah, that's
Hold on a second. What was the actual law? Like
you can't have sex unless you're married.
Yes, you have to be married.
premarital sex. Okay. I thought they were saying sex in general. I was
No,
like,
it
there'd
is.
be
No,
nobody.
Nobody can have sex
Nobody.
unless you're married.
Yeah,
So if you're,
I missed the unless you're married part.
oh,
so I
God.
thought they
yeah.
were saying like then there would be nobody.
We do
in the
not allow
state.
procreation in our state.
Yet they're going to charge you when now they're charging for sex.
You know, the irony
You
behind
can
all
have
of this.
sex, but only for procreation only.
The irony behind all this is that is a very, very Bible built state as well. Bible belt state as well. A lot of these laws are
Virginia?
built absolutely Virginia.
It's not in the Bible Belt.
The Bible Belt.
That's in the
she
middle.
Drew a line, an imaginary
It's in the
line.
middle. Like Texas, Kansas,
mean the Meemaw?
Oklahoma.
North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia.
That's not the Bible Belt.
Maybe that's the Eastern Bible Belt.
There's other belts.
Maybe that's a little bit wider
Maybe
notch
it's
on the
the
belt.
Bible bra.
the Bible
belt,
strap, the Bible
the
jock.
shoes.
Well, anyway, those southern
That's
states are
Louisiana.
very, very Bible-ish, whatever, religious. All the separation of church and state is something that's founded by our forefathers when they created this nation.
Right.
I'm not
That's
gonna
the
get
whole
into
point of this country.
Yeah, exactly. And all of these laws seem to be built around, well, not all of them, but several of them seem to be built around religious
like-
influences.
No premarital sex. That's absolutely a violation of separating church
Yeah,
from
correct.
state. That's bullshit.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
why the 16-year-olds are trying to ask all these women to marry him.
Maybe that's it. They found a loophole.
It all ties together.
Found some
Everything
kind of
comes
hole.
together. Yeah. Found a loophole.
Well, the number 2 is going to take us to Alaska.
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 Number 2 on the top 10 twisted laws that are still in effect.
And ridiculous.
Yes.
A person cannot get drunk in a bar and remain on the premises. Kind of
What?
defeats the purpose of a bar.
Wait, what?
No.
A person cannot get drunk in a bar and remain on the premises. The statute states an intoxicated person may not knowingly enter or camp out where alcohol is sold. So maybe if you're inebriated enough, you could get away with it.
No, this is actually a law in New Hampshire as well. I actually have a little fun story. When I was in the Navy, we'd pulled into Maine.
In the Navy. Sorry, I'm going to do that every time you say it.
When I was in the Navy,
Sorry.
um,
I won't do it again.
we pulled into our namesake, which I was on the USS Maine, so we pulled into Maine. It was right there on the border of Maine and New Hampshire. So getting to New Hampshire was literally like a mile or two down the road. Okay, which is where the main town was. The closest town was technically New
The
Hampshire.
main town next to Maine. Got it?
Yeah. So that's where we all went, when we went out or whatever to bars or whatever. We went to New Hampshire. We'd gone to this bar, and that was actually the state law in New Hampshire. You cannot be intoxicated in public. You can't. I actually got cut off in 86 out of a bar because, here's how it happened. We were in a bar, me and a bunch of other dudes from the boat. And then we're talking, and I was telling a story, and so maybe I appeared to be a little animated, but I was telling a story. I only had 2 beers, 2 beers in an hour and a half or something like that, And so I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go get another beer. So I went to the bar, and I was like, I'm the bartender. You hear me?
Yeah.
And so ask for another
I'm
beer.
you, right?
Yeah, ask for another beer.
Can I get another beer?
No. Remember, I was not intoxicated.
Okay, not intoxicated. Sorry, let me start over.
Yeah.
Can I get another beer? Sorry.
Of course, this is a visual joke, so sorry for all those people who can't see this. But she goes, just like this. She looks at me, and can I get it? I just want to get a Bud Light, And then she goes, why don't you have water? And I was like,
kind of dismissively looking at you like you are drunk.
Yeah, and I was like, what do you mean? I was like, can't get a beer? And she goes, why don't you just get a water? And I'm like, who are you looking at? Like, what?
Well, she did have a lazy eye.
No. And then she was like, yeah, you can just have a water for now. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, what the hell? And then later I left or something like that and come back and
after you knocked over all the bar stools.
Should have got a vodka and water.
In a drunken rage.
So later we left the bar and then we came back later in the evening because this was early in the evening, like 5 o'clock or something like that. And then the bouncer wouldn't let me in. I was like, why? He was like, because you've been 86, you're not allowed to come back in because you can't be in. He explained the law, and I'm like, I had 2 beers like 3 hours ago. And I didn't get it.
Well, and you smoked like 6 rips off a bong in the parking lot, and he saw you. So,
No.
I mean, there is that. No, I'm kidding.
I know.
We do not.
I was in the
marijuana.
Navy at the time.
In the Navy. Sorry, I missed my cue on that one.
Yeah, you did. But anyway, so that's a law in New Hampshire as well.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, in 2012.
and it's kind of funny. Sorry, it's kind of funny because me getting kicked out of a bar for her being intoxicated is just laughable because I don't really drink that much. And
Yeah.
So anyway,
If it happened to me, it'd be like, "Oh, Adam, you did it again." All right. Sorry.
So I wonder if
2000
that works for girls when they're all like, woo, taking off their clothes. They're like, yo, you're good.
You got
You're
your-
fine. Have another.
You got your puppy's attention when you did that. He perked his head up.
I was going to say in 2012, the police in Alaska reportedly started aggressively enforcing the law, sending plainclothes officers to bars to identify and arrest suspects. That was just in 2012.
Jesus.
Can you imagine 2 undercover cops sitting at a bar scoping out guys that have had 2 beers? Hey, Dick, I think that guy over there is on his 3rd beer. We're gonna take him out. Give the code word.
No, they're talking into their sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him. I got him. Yeah.
Yellow fox flies in midnight. What the fuck is this guy talking? He's drunk. Get him. And I'm drinking sweet tea. It's the Louisiana sweet tea, buddy. I know what you're doing.
Get on the ground, motherfucker!
No, he cussed. He can't cuss. Oh wait, that's the wrong state.
Yeah, we're fine in Alaska. You can cuss all you want.
I don't even know what kind of accent.
They've got to
Alaskans have.
cuss because they can't drink.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
That's still on the books. Seriously,
Yes.
that's crazy.
A lot of these are still in the books, but are they enforced? Probably
She said
not.
2012.
No, this one
2012.
probably is because
Yeah.
New Hampshire definitely was. But a lot of these other ones that we mentioned probably aren't really enforced. So
Yeah. They're still on the books.
yeah.
Which brings us to number 1.
Dun, dun, dun,
Now are
dun.
these in?
Which would be my twist because there's too many and there's just too crazy for the state.
What state would that be?
What do you think?
Florida.
Florida.
Florida, it is.
I'm going to start with this one because it's just ridiculous.
So the twist before you start, the twist on this week's episode is Florida was number 1, but because there's so many, that's our bonus is all these extra
You're giving
ones.
us
Yes,
a
we
bunch
get
of
an
shotguns
extra ones
here.
after
All right.
this one.
Shotguns.
But this one is Florida accidentally bans all computers and smartphones in the state.
Oh shit.
When Florida lawmakers voted to ban all internet cafes, they worded the bill so poorly that they outlawed every computer and smartphone in the state. The ban defines illegal slot machines as any system or network of devices that may be used in a game of chance. So when Florida closed down all the thousands of internet cafes, they worded it so bad that people could not use their phones or smartphones.
Hey, Tach, you want to bring
And
your...
they shut down a cafe that provided services for migrant workers, and they had attorneys come, set up a whole lawsuit to get around this because they closed down their business.
Holy shit. Tach, you want to bring your PlayStation over here and we can hook them up LAN party and play? No, that's illegal. We
Yeah,
can't
that's
do
a
it.
third party
Against the
misdemeanor.
law.
And that's like, I mean, how do you even write the law without using a computer? So, I mean, what year was this done?
This was just in 2012.
2012?
Yes.
Oh my
when they
God.
shut down all of the
I
internet
didn't hear about
cafes.
any of this.
You know, they have the internet cafes, the gambling places where you go in and the sweepstakes winning.
I've seen them, but I've actually been in one, but not like as a customer.
Yeah, I used to go all the time with my mom, and then they shut them all down. But when they did it so fast that they worded it bad, and it basically meant all computers, everything. If you can go on the internet, it was against the law.
What I do on the internet should be against the law.
Apparently.
Hi-yo!
Giggity.
So while we're on Florida, I also want to add, women can be fined for falling asleep under a hairdryer, as can the salon owner.
Holy shit, really?
Careful at work.
Yes. It is illegal to sing in a public place while attired in a swimsuit.
That was the one. Yes,
Well,
the
what?
show that I listened to. I was telling you about the podcast over in Orlando. They did this.
What did you say?
It is illegal to sing in a public place while attired in a swimsuit.
Attired?
Dressed.
Oh, attired.
wearing.
Okay.
I'm so tired.
What? You're not
Me so tired.
Me so horny. Oh,
men may not be seen publicly in any kind of strapless dress. So straps, that's fine. No strapless dresses for men in
really?
Florida.
But you can have a shirt off.
This is horseshit.
Not a strapless gown, though.
Next thing you know, you're going to tell me I can't leave a jar of feces inside.
No, but having sexual relations with a porcupine is illegal.
So that means somebody had to do it, so they had to write the law. Think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, okay, y'all.
How do you have sex with a porcupine, Tach?
Oh, like you don't know.
Very carefully.
Well, it must be done missionary because when having sex, only the missionary position is legal.
With a porcupine?
That's also
humans.
that's also military law too.
Damn, we've broken the law
Like in the military, you can't have oral sex.
We broke the law a lot
of.
of times today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right where you're sitting, Tach. Sorry.
Cool. Yeah, I know.
exactly
I saw
right
the.
there. No, I was faced the other
the
way.
device. You know,
She was faced the other way.
All right.
You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Good thing we're gonna an
I put a
explicit
blanket
show.
over the over
Cool.
the couch.
So anyway, what's another one?
If an elephant is left tied to a parking meter, the parking fee has to be paid just as it would for a vehicle.
An elephant, not just any animal.
An elephant, specifically an elephant.
Once
So-
again, this had to happen.
Pay your parking for your
Okay,
elephant.
let's back up here.
I want to try that one.
Okay, so somebody took an elephant and was walking down the road and go, I need to pop in the store right quick. Let me just tie this elephant to this meter right here. And so now a meter maid comes by
Put the
and
ticket
is
on
going
the
to put a
elephant.
ticket on the elephant. No, it's an elephant. What the fuck?
What if?
No. And then so they had to go to court.
What,
Yeah.
Does it have to be an alive elephant? Could it be a stuffed animal elephant?
It didn't specify. It just said
Oh.
an elephant.
We need to try that one.
So they actually
You're
went
going to
to court
park a
for
stuffed
this.
elephant at a parking
Hell yes, I am.
What?
viral.
I'm gonna get what?
Maybe that'll go
Viral
viral.
video. I'm gonna take an elephant,
Mm-hmm.
a big giant stuffed elephant, put
While
it in
wearing a
parking spot.
strapless gown.
Yeah, while we're singing in swim trunks,
A strapless gown swimsuit.
Again, you got to be tired.
and I'm so tired. Yes.
Oh, I'm sleepy. And I'm singing in the rain.
There's only two more. It's illegal to skateboard without a license.
Without a driver's license,
Without a license?
Without a license, there's
Like a
some
skateboard license?
to skateboard.
it's like a license to rock, man. I don't need one of those.
Like when you were on that
license
date
to
with that
ill.
girl who beat her kid, then you should have had a license.
Well, I wasn't
skateboard.
skating, so. But I've definitely broken that law in Florida, that's for sure.
And the only other one I have is a special law prohibits unmarried women from parachuting on Sunday, or she shall risk arrest, fine, and or jailing.
Well, the only question I have is
That's just good sense.
while she's parachuting, where's she going to make sandwiches in the air? I mean, there's not really.
She's not married yet.
Yeah.
That's why she can't do it.
Good
Maybe that's
call.
why she's not
Good-
married.
Good call. Yeah, she's trying to wait for the 16-year-old to pick her up
Yeah.
from the
You're
other
too
state.
busy out there fucking jumping from planes. Not on Sunday, you're not. I don't fucking think so.
They're trying to jump out of planes to get away from all these weird laws.
Sunday's my day with the game and the guys. You're going to be at home
I was
making sandwiches.
at
You have
work,
a
it was
recorder
so
here set up? You're listening to what I'm saying to her? Is that
What?
was that a recording of me and her? No, I'm just kidding.
you don't have to tell me twice.
Oh.
Sister, seriously.
Yep.
No, we had fun today with the women can be fined for falling asleep under the dryer, and so can the salon owner, because so many women, well, when I was in school especially, you put the rollers on their head, they get under the dryer, they are conked out.
Really?
Little did I know that
What's
that
that
was all
noise?
illegal activity going on in cosmetology
So what do you
school.
do if you have so for the
white
listeners,
noise, man.
we
It's
didn't.
just
I don't think we said what she did. For the listeners, Andrea is a like a premier hairstylist at a Brent Allen salon up in Cocoa, here in Brevard County. And what do you do if somebody does? Do you walk over and say, "Get up, get
No,
up"?
you just check their hair.
Sorry, Ollie.
You just check the curls, make sure they're dry, and let them just, relax.
You like you break open the waking salt or whatever, the smelling salt underneath their nose.
No, you just kind of, honey, come on. It's time to go fluff your hair.
You just go, hey.
Hey, you, wake up. Don't you give me a fucking ticket in here.
Don't you know what you're doing?
We
is
just give them
illegal?
some butter.
Some butter.
It's not butter. That's a fucking great list. You came for your top 10 list and knocked it out of the park. I thought so. Our only other guest was Jimmy, and he brought a hell of a good list too. I'm like, man, that's going to be tough to top, but I think you did it. That was impressive.
Aw, thanks.
That was awesome.
It was all right. No, no, it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. That
No
was a good
reward
time.
for you.
No, I was just kidding. I was joking.
Can I have the reward that you were going to give, Tach?
No.
All right.
No,
Double for Adam.
you guys are
Sweet.
dicks.
That's what she's
You
going to
especially.
get. Oh, what?
Huh?
What? No, nothing. All right. So do we have anything we want to wrap the show up with? Any plugs or anything like that?
I know something I plug.
Oliver, get away from Tach.
That's my baby dog.
No, but just go out there, subscribe, rate, and review. If you enjoy the Twisted 10, don't forget to email us at thetwisted10@gmail.com for any ideas or whatever. If you want to maybe possibly be a guest,
I'm actually going to invite Scott Doucette, Anthony Hayes, a couple of our other podcast buddies from the Podcast Discovery Center in here to do, and a couple of them because they live in one of those states, I'm sure.
Well,
they're gonna
Anthony
call
Hayes
in.
lives in Florida.
Yeah, he's down in Jensen Beach. No,
No,
West Palm
no.
Beach.
I think West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not sure.
So something else that's really important for us guys is, yes, the rate, review, subscribe, that whole 9 yards with iTunes. We're now also on Google Play Music Podcast, or Google Music Podcast section. So go out there and subscribe to us just the same way you would on an iTunes device there. But what's even more important is if you enjoy this show, tell somebody. We're a homegrown show. We don't have a marketing budget. We don't go out and try to find new listeners. We just do this to have fun and hope that it entertains somebody out there. So if you like it, tell a friend, email somebody, share the posts that you see on our Facebook page out with your friends and your family or whoever, as long as they would appreciate this type of show, because we do get a little bit rough, but not too terrible.
That's right, Adam.
Thank you, Adam. That was wonderful.
And
I've heard that before.
I don't even know what to add to that, but
Facebook.com/thetwisted10.
yep.
Like
And,
the page and you'll see all of our updates.
Just subscribe, rate, and review. Please do the reviews. Give us some stars. Let us know whether you like us or you don't.
Cool.
Whatever.
Special thanks to Andrea Joy for coming in and doing that fantastic top 10 list. That was a good one. Thank you very much.
Very much. It was
You're
awesome.
very welcome.
I enjoyed
Anytime,
it.
guys.
Stop it, you.
That can't stand for another 20, 30 minutes. All right, well, that wraps up this show for this week. Thank you guys for listening. I'm one of your hosts. My name's Adam, and across from me is the boy Tach.
What's up?
And then on behalf of me, Tach, and Andrea, thank you for listening. Have a great week.